1944. 44 nations. One hotel in New Hampshire. A decision about how the entire world would measure value going forward. Bretton Woods, named for the location where delegates met to design a new financial architecture after 2 world wars and the depression had shown what happened when currencies competed against each other without coordination. Currencies pegged to the dollar pegged to gold, a fixed exchange rate system built deliberately on paper before it existed anywhere else. This was not chaos finding order, this was order imposed by design. The International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, created in the same agreement. Institutions meant to manage what used to be managed by nothing at all. For nearly 3 decades, this system held trade expanded. Reconstruction proceeded. Currency crisis that had defined the 1930s became rarer. There is a strong case for what this provided. Stability that allowed planning beyond the immediate. Investment that's required. Predictable currency value. Cooperation between nations that had recently been at war. A ledger was built, 44 signatures. A ledger was built to hold the whole world's value. Steady, measured, documented. A ledger was built by design, not by accident. The counter-argument is also substantial. The system concentrated power in the United States specifically. The dollar's position, then American monetary policy, effectively became global monetary policy. Other nations adjusted to decisions they had no part in making. Developing nations entered this system already at a structural disadvantage. Their currencies pegged to a standard designed primarily by and for the nations that won the war. And in 1971, the system designed to last collapsed. President Nixon ended dollar convertibility to gold. Unilaterally, the fixed system became a floating one almost overnight. The architecture built in 1944 to prevent monetary chaos lasted 27 years and required exactly the kind of unilateral decision it was designed to prevent. A ledger was built and held for a generation. A ledger was built, then broke under its own design. A ledger was built, stability and imbalance in the same structure. A ledger was built by humans, for humans, with all the limitations that implies. This was the moment. Scarcity and abundance. stopped being only physical and became something measured, managed, decided in a room by representatives of nations. Not by the land itself, not by what existed, but by what was agreed. That agreement eventually broke. What replaced it is where this continues.